So, good day, everyone. My name is Felicia Coyote. So, I'm going to be taking you on functional programming, and I expect at the end of this session, you have a good understanding of function. So, of course, we'll be using JavaScript, and I already have the highlights here. So, we'll be looking at introduction to functions. Of course, functions are just a set of instruction to carry out a particular task. So let me just write that. So what is a function? It's just a set of instruction to carry out or execute a task. So what we want to do today is we are going to be writing instructions to carry out a task. But of course, like you all know, JavaScript is a programming language, and languages have their syntaxes. Like there's a grammar, or in programming you call it syntax. As to how you write and communicate. So if I'm going to be writing a function in JavaScript, and I'll be doing that under declaration, the syntax, which is more like saying how do we write the grammar, this is how you would write it. There's a keyword which is called function. That is what you will start the function with, and we call this function declaration. So this part is the declaration part. I'm actually declaring a function here. So all these other ones that you have two slashes in front of them, they are just comments. So after the keyword function, then of course I'll write the function name. So the function name mostly would be represented with an action word, because we said here that a function is a set of instruction to carry out a task. So let me give an example called, let's say hello. So this is the name of the function. So we start with the declaration, the keyword, and then the name of the function. And then the next thing you should expect is parentheses. So we have our parentheses like this, an opening and closing bracket, and then what should follow is a curly brace, an opening and closing curly brace. And then I can drop this down, and so what we just did here right now is a function declaration. So I'm sure, well, you might not be familiar with this, but this console.log is a way of just writing or printing out something. You want to show something. Like I said, a function is to carry out or execute a task. So I want to show hello world. Okay, so this is a complete function now. Like I said, the keyword, the function name, and then this is the instruction. I want to print hello world. So for me to get this result, I would have to then call the function. So let's move to calling function. So I'm going to write calling functions. So the calling functions here, let's call say hello. How do I call the function? If I'm going to call a function, I'm going to leave out the function keyword. I will just write the function name, which is say hello, and of course it's not going to be this. It's going to be exactly how I wrote the name upward. And I believe it must have been mentioned that this style of writing, where you have preceding word starting with capital letter, it's called camel casing. So let me give you an example. This is an example. Make let me say make beans is an example. So this starts with small and then subsequent starts with capital letter. This is called camel casing. Camel casing way of writing, writing variable names or function names. So this is how you call a function. You write the name and then you have two parentheses. So let us run the code. I'm using an online editor, so I can share the link. I'll run the code and then you see the results. So let me put my name here and then run the code and then you see the results. So this will bring us to the end of declaring and calling of function. We'll be moving to the next one, and I hope you all understand. If you have any question, you can just drop them in the group. Thank you.